Well, welcome into To Your Health. You ever been driving down the street and you come to a stoplight and you're sitting there and you went, oh my gosh, I can't believe my radio is that loud. Then you realize it's not your radio. It may be 2 cars over, but yet they have the volume so high that you can hear it. Can you imagine the person that's in that car? And can you imagine if one of your grandchildren were in there also? So there's things you need to know about noise and how it can affect your hearing. Robert Jones is here today from Miracle Air. Robert, glad to have you back, buddy.
No, thanks for having me.
Okay, and last week we talked about, how things progress as you're starting to lose your hearing. And obviously one of the things you talked about, like in work you may have had loud noises, but that was created by the work. It's sad when we create our own loud noises.
Oh, absolutely, that happens. Actually, I have a friend. He called me, it was about a month ago, he called me, and he's my age. He was hunting. And he had not put his ear protection in correctly, right. fired the gun, immediately knew that something was wrong. Called me and was wanting to know, what's going on with my hearing. He knows that I work with Miracle Ear,
yes.
Of course. And he was having ringing in his ears. And I said, this is the sort of thing that causes permanent damage to your hearing. And like you were, the example of maybe in a car with the music too loud. Hearing loss is cumulative. All of those loud noises throughout your entire life build up, and that's why most seniors, a third of seniors have hearing loss.
Well, the other thing that I think nowadays, it seems like everybody's walking around with something in their ears.
Absolutely.
And they got the iPhone there, whatever it is, and they've got, we talked on the last show about earbuds.
Earbuds, yeah.
There's a funny story about a guy that fell asleep and swallowed one of his earbuds.
I saw that, yeah.
Isn't that amazing?
Yeah.
But should we be doing that? And if we do, should there be a limit to the amount of time that you...
Absolutely. So without getting too technical on what a decibel is,
right.
We talk about decibels in our profession.
Yes.
And if you exceed a certain volume level, then it causes damage. The louder it is, the shorter amount of time you need for it to cause damage.
Right.
So quiet noises take a long time, loud noises take only a very short time to cause damage, right? Well, with the earbuds, we know that the volume level that they will reach can be unsafe. Right, so what we recommend is, we call this half volume for half the time.
Okay.
So
Smart.
really,
Smart.
that's what we recommend. Yes. And there are a lot of studies now coming out from Johns Hopkins University talking about the effects on hearing loss in teenagers and young adults. And 9 out of 10 teenagers report having done something that was risky to their hearing. They'll have buzzing in their ears, ringing in their ears, from going to concerts and participating even in things like marching band or whatever, that you need to be wearing hearing protection while you're doing those sort of activities.
Okay, for our audience, as we're getting older, telltale signs that you're having hearing loss, or you may need to come and visit you.
Absolutely.
Some of those. If
you are having issues when you go out to a restaurant where you cannot hear the person that's across from you at the table because there's too much noise, that's one of the main signs is the inability to hear whenever there's a lot of background noise.
Right.
The other thing is if your family members come over to your house and you're the one with the TV that's too loud, and they're saying, Mom, Dad, turn down the TV or whatever it is, that's another sign. A lot of times people will notice hearing loss in you before you notice it in yourself, because it happens gradually over a long period of time.
So basically, when it's starting to happen, then you need to come and make an appointment to be tested, right?
That's absolutely, yeah. So what we do, we call that baseline testing.
Okay.
Hopefully you're having a test before anything is happening. So we recommend that anyone over the age of 50, if you've never had a hearing test, you need to have a hearing test.
Okay. And is that usually a yearly thing, kind of like everything else?
It is, yeah, exactly. We recommend you get that every year, so we follow your hearing loss.
Yeah, you have a baseline going.
Exactly. So we keep up with that.
So then, again, so you come in for the test. What is the test going to tell us?
It's going to tell us, we actually have an audiogram, which is a medical document, and that allows us to see the type of hearing loss you have at all the different frequencies. And then what we do is if you have a hearing loss that needs a hearing aid, right, we actually program that hearing aid customized to your hearing loss. This is not a one-size-fits-all.
Yeah, you don't go pull one off the shelf and put it in there. It's going to work.
Absolutely not. That's
Yeah.
not what we do. What we do is we have them custom fit for every single person that comes in, and that's what you get when you come in with the hearing test. Is you'll get that audiogram that outlines exactly what's going on with your hearing. That's what the Miracle Ear professionals will consult with you about.
Right. Basically, you have to make an appointment. You don't need a referral from a doctor.
No, you do not. All you need to do
Okay.
is make an appointment. That's
Okay.
correct.
And you have locations throughout the state.
We do. We have 15 locations throughout the state. There's Montgomery and Prattville, and then we have some in the Wiregrass, and we've got North Alabama and
You
all the
got
way
all
down
that?
to the coast.
Well, thank you for coming. It's
Absolutely.
been some great information.
Thank you.
And just remember this, hearing is one of the God's gifts that he gave you that's going to be with you hopefully until you go visit the big man upstairs. But take good care of it, and we'll be right back right after this.